What's going on, Cardinals Nation? Man, what a rough game tonight as we lose in this one 11-3 over the Tampa Bay Rays in the second of three. And the Rays got 18 hits in this game. And ironically, none of their runs run home runs. They had, a bunch of small ball basically. And yeah, 4 RBIs by Randy Arozarena, 4 hits for Manuel Margot, and everyone in the starting lineup had at least 1 hit, so it was a big night for their offense. So, Cardinal starter in this game was Packy Naughton, replacing the injured Steven Matz, who should be back soon. I thought he would be ready, but still not ready. And he would allow a leadoff infield hit, and the Rays would take a 1-0 lead. RBI double by G-Man Choi. That would make it 1-0. And then Arozarena would put them up 2-0. And they would then go up 3-0 later in the first. Next batter, Vidal Brujan, would put them up 3-0. And they would then go up 4-0. Harold Ramirez, an RBI double would make it a 4-0 Rays lead in just the second inning. And then after a flyout, Packy Naughton would be done, and coming in would be Johan Oviedo. And bottom of the third, he would allow back-to-back hits and then a ground out as a run would score. And then we would get on the board to make it a 5-1 game. Solo home run by Tyler O'Neill. His first home run off the IL and just his third home run of the season overall. He's had a very slow start to the season. He had 30 home runs last season, was like top 10 in home runs. And now, of course, he was on the IL for a couple weeks. And he also would make it a 5-1 game off of Corey Kluber, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. So an Oviedo would pitch until the 4th inning, then Nick Whitgren would come in, pitch a scoreless 5th. And then Tommy Edman with the leadoff walk in the top of the 6th. And then back-to-back hits, Nolan Gorman and Paul Goldschmidt. And then Tyler O'Neill with an RBI single to score Tommy and Gorman. And that would make it a 5-3 game and would knock out Corey Kluber. But then, first batter that Rays reliever Jason Adam would face, Brendan Donovan, he would ground into a double play, and that would leave 2 men on, and we could have possibly made a 1-run game. So, and then back-to-back hits start out at the bottom of the 6th. Ramirez would ground into a fielder's choice to make it 6-3. And then TJ McFarland would come in, and Arozarena would ground out to score a run. And then Brujan would make it an 8-3 game. And then G-Man Choi RBI single to make it 9-3. And then Randy Arozarena we're driving 2 more runs to make it 11-3, and a pretty rough outing for TJ McFarland, pitching 2 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, throwing 44 pitches. So, definitely a rough outing for him. And then in the bottom of the 8th, as we were down by 8 runs, Yadier Molina would come in and pitch. That's right, the second time in his career and the second time this season that he's come in and pitched in a game. The first time he came in, which was last month in Pittsburgh, we were up uh, like 15, 15 to nothing or something. It was a blowout game, and he would allow 2 home runs. But we were trailing big, but a stronger outing, he would even strike out a batter. Uh, so that was, cool to see again. Cardinals legend pitching. He was not the catcher, did not start in this game. Uh, but still. And yeah, but just a rough game overall. So, um, yeah, the Rays got 18 hits. Uh, yeah, we had 8 hits though. 2 by Tyler O'Neill. Both of our runs, all 3 of our runs turned in by O'Neill. So, hoping to avoid getting swept. Thursday afternoon, Miles Michael is getting started against Shane McClanahan for the Rays, who's been their ace pitcher this year. He's got 89 strikeouts already, which I think leads the American League. So, anyway, final game before we have a 7-game homestand. So till Thursday, Counter's bigger saying go Cards.